Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. I'm so glad you're here today because, wow, we are looking at something that is literally reshaping the entire enterprise tech landscape. We're going to break down the highly anticipated Microsoft AB-100 certification guide for 2026. Look, this isn't just another IT badge you stick on your resume. It's a massive career catalyst. If you've been wondering where the absolute cutting edge of enterprise AI is heading, and more importantly, how you can actually position yourself right at the forefront of it, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to unpack the what, the who, and the how of the Agentic AI Business Solutions Architect credential.
Okay, let's just dive right into it. Why was this certification even created in the first place? Well, we are rapidly moving away from the traditional AI you see on the left. Your basic chatbots, the simple personal assistants. Don't get me wrong, they were great for answering simple questions, but they had a pretty hard ceiling. Now, we've entered the era of agentic AI. We're talking about incredibly intelligent systems that can actually reason, plan, orchestrate complex multi-step tasks, and, here's the kicker, collaborate autonomously with other agents. Businesses today don't just want a system that talks to them. They are demanding systems that act and drive real, measurable outcomes. It's a massive paradigm shift. So, here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the rise of agentic AI. Introduce the AB-100, cover why you should actually get this certification, break down the exam itself, and finally, look at the career paths it opens up. Let's get to it. Starting off with Section 1, the rise of agentic AI and the evolution of enterprise intelligence. So the reality on the ground right now in 2026 is that organizations are totally done just experimenting with AI. The mandate now is full-on transformation. Companies desperately need intelligent systems that can actually collaborate with other agents to execute really complex workflows. Think about it. It's no longer just about querying a database or summarizing a long PDF. It is about building these interconnected reasoning systems that can orchestrate actual business processes from start to finish. And to do that, businesses need experts who can design these dynamic, living ecosystems. Which brings us to Section 2, introducing the AB-100, the credential for AI leaders. Now, what's really interesting here is the sheer breadth and depth they expect from a candidate. Notice right off the bat that the AB-100 is not a foundational exam. The level is firmly set at advanced for solution architects. This means you aren't just deploying a single tool here. You're designing across an entire ecosystem. Just look at the products covered: Dynamics 365, Power Platform, Copilot, and Foundry. You need a passing score of 700 or higher. And get this, because this space moves so incredibly fast, it actually requires renewal every 12 months through a Microsoft Learn assessment. This credential basically screams to the world that you are a high-level architect who can weave all these disparate technologies into one cohesive, secure agentic solution. So who is this actually for? Well, Microsoft built this specifically for accomplished professionals who are already leading enterprise innovation. If you're an AI solution architect figuring out adoption strategies, or a Dynamics 365 architect pulling AI into finance or supply chain workloads, this is absolutely for you. It's also a perfect fit for Power Platform architects, enterprise architects who set governance standards, and senior consultants helping clients map out their AI-first transformations. Simply put, if you are designing large-scale enterprise solutions, this is your target credential. Moving on to Section 3. Why get this certification? Let's talk strategic advantages and real ROI. So why put yourself through this? There are 5 core benefits here, and they directly address the ambitious professional. First, you officially validate your ability as an AI-first architect who can handle enterprise-scale innovation. Second, you master agentic architecture. That means you deeply understand multi-agent orchestration patterns, not just standalone models. Third, you massively differentiate yourself in the market. Every organization is adopting Copilot right now, so architects who truly understand both the business applications and the AI architecture, they are incredibly sought after. Fourth, you expand way beyond traditional solution architecture by mastering generative AI and responsible governance. And finally, number 5, tying it all together, aligning business goals with AI outcomes. Microsoft places a huge emphasis on this. You've got to be able to build the business case and prove the ROI, not just deploy the tech. All right, Section 4, breaking down the exam. Let's look at the domains, tools, and concepts. Let's see how this builds into an actual study strategy based on Microsoft skill weightings. Planning AI-powered business solutions, so evaluating use cases, creating multi-agent plans, that makes up roughly 27.5% of the exam. Designing those solutions, focusing on data architecture and Copilot Studio, makes up another 27.5%. But look at that massive 45% slice.
Almost half the exam is heavily dedicated to deploying AI-powered business solutions. This includes critical, real-world enterprise requirements like governance, security, testing, continuous monitoring, and lifecycle management. Basically, the AB-100 demands that you know how to deploy an agentic system that is actually reliable and secure in the wild.
To pass this thing, you've got to have a deep, hands-on understanding of the Microsoft ecosystem. You'll be tested heavily on Copilot Studios, specifically agents, topics, actions, and orchestration. You'll also need to know Dynamics 365 AI integration, like how AI actually weaves into customer experience workflows. The Power Platform is heavily featured for business process automation. And finally, Microsoft Foundry tools and models. Expertise with Foundry is explicitly called out by Microsoft here. You really need to know how all these tools seamlessly talk to each other to pull off that multi-agent orchestration.
Now, the crucial point to remember is that this certification goes way, way beyond basic prompt engineering. You'll be tested on some seriously advanced concepts, like MCP, which is the Model Context Protocol, and A-to-A, or agent-to-agent interaction patterns. These are the underlying frameworks that actually allow multi-agent systems to function in the first place. They let different AI agents autonomously collaborate, share context, and seamlessly hand off tasks to one another to automate an entire business process. Understanding these protocols? Yeah, it's totally non-negotiable for an AB-100 candidate.
And remember, at the end of the day, the AB-100 is an architect certification. It requires elite architectural thinking. It's not just about knowing what a tool does, it's about making the hard choices. The exam is going to test your ability to balance competing business requirements, evaluate solution trade-offs, ensure massive scalability, lock down data security, and ultimately justify the ROI. You have to prove that you can design solutions that are not only technologically brilliant, but fundamentally responsible and compliant. Finally, Section 5, Career Paths and Next Steps. Let's talk about unlocking those advanced roles. This brilliantly illustrates where this journey actually takes you. Successfully passing the AB-100 sets you up perfectly for some of the most high-impact roles out there in 2026. We're talking Agentic AI solution architect, designing entire enterprise ecosystems, or maybe a Copilot architect leading governance initiatives. It opens doors to becoming a Dynamics 365 AI architect, an enterprise architect defining broad operating models, or an AI transformation consultant, helping organizations find those high ROI use cases. These roles are the vital bridge between high-level business strategy and cutting-edge tech. So we've seen the massive shift from basic chatbots to true multi-agent ecosystems, we've broken down the heavy technical requirements of the exam, and we've explored the huge career potential it unlocks. If your goal is to be that trusted advisor who actually delivers measurable business outcomes through agentic architecture, well, this is your path. The next step is clear. Grab the official Microsoft AB-100 study guide, get hands-on with Copilot Studio and Foundry, and start hitting those Microsoft Learn modules. So I'll leave you with this. Are you ready to architect the future of business? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. And hey, happy studying.